Okay, let's summarize it. First of all, you will have two properties of surd, and if you still can remember, would A times B is equal to would A times would B, and would A over B is equal to would A over would B. So these two are the rule of this form. Just remember it because we will use it in the later part. Okay, let's begin to use these two properties and do some question. And in part A, you have this form. You can just use property 2 and write it down as this one. And root 4, of course, is equal to 2. And root 27, you are required to use the skills you just learned to simplify it in the simplest form. So this one is the simplest form of root 27 over 4. Okay, so just start to do the next one. Okay, this one, you can just use the root 2 to make it as root 64 and root 121. And of course, this one is equal to 8 over 11 because they are directly some numbers square. Okay, so just move to the next one. Let's try. Okay, this one. First of all, we just make it as negative root 48 over root 225. And just consider, because 48 is not directly a number square, so that's why we try 48, okay, is equal to 2 times 24, but this one is not a good pair because they are not direct. 2 and 24 is not directly any numbers square. So let's try another possibility. 48 is also equal to 3 times 16. Okay, that's it. Because 3 is not a number square, but 16 is 4 square. So this one is the correct pair we want to use. Okay, so just write down this one. This one is equal to negative root 3 times 4 square over 225 can be written down as 15. Okay, so by referring the table on the first page. Okay, so this one, you can just simplify it as root negative 4 root 3 over 15. Okay, that's it. Okay, let's move on to the part 3. So part 3, actually, these two can be used to cancel. Actually, this fraction is equal to 32 over 95. Okay, so that's why if you just put this one is equal to this one, and it also equal to 6 over 5. Okay, so it's easy enough. Let's try the next one. Okay, this one is not a proper fraction, but you can just move it as an improper fraction because 1 and 9 over 16 can be written down as root 16 plus 9 over 16. So actually it's equal to 25 over 16. Okay, so that's why it's equal to 5 over 4. Okay, this one is the answer. Okay, so I have finished the part at the left hand side. So it's time for you to pause this video and finish the part you have finished by yourself. So now you should pause your video. I repeat, pause your video and I will show you the answer after a second. Okay, pause your video now. Okay, so I will show you the answer now. Okay, so this one is the first one. I think is quite straightforward, and second one is straightforward. And in the part F and H, maybe you find that is a little bit tricky, because if you don't understand that it can be simplified first, you may make this up. Okay, so don't worry. If you make the 5 root 3 and 2 root 3, you can just cancel it. Okay, so the way is the same in part H. You can just simplify what you have if you haven't just simplified it before you do it. Okay, so they are the same. The last one is quite straightforward. So if you have finished this part, so remember that we still have the last page of our worksheet. Okay, so here maybe some consolidation exercise. I want to finish it with all of you. Okay, so it's the same. I just finished the one in the left hand side, and I will show you the answer at the right hand side after I finish the left hand side. So this part, okay, first part is quite straightforward because you just say this one is can be simplified as root 2 squared times root 3 squared, and it's nothing special. So in this one, okay, you can use the idea of the first question, because 39 is 7 squared and 25 is 5 squared. So that's why it's equal to root 7 squared times root 5 squared is equal to 7 times 5 is equal to 35. Okay, so let's try the final one. So this one is another improper fraction. So that's why you just make it as 36 plus 13 over 36. Okay, just consider this one is root 49 over 36, and that's why is equal to 7 over 6. Okay, so it is your time to finish the one at the right hand side, and I will show you the answer soon. So pause your video now and do the BDF by yourself. Okay, let's get started. Okay, I repeat, just stop this video and do the right hand side by yourself. Okay, let's stop this video and do the right hand side by yourself. Let's get started. Okay, so this is the answer. Okay, so I think this one is quite straightforward, and in the part dog you have to accept sometime the square root cannot be found. Okay, so you just keep this one here, and this one is already the simplest form because you cannot find any product of the factor that match the simplest form. Okay, so this one is quite straightforward. Okay, so this is the end of this worksheet, but actually there are some answer I didn't correct with you. So just turn to page 1. Turn to page 1. Okay, so I hope you have finished the one I left for you after I just talked about it, and this one is the answer. Okay, so for the question 2, okay, for the question 2, okay, I will show you the answer in the page 2 now. So in the page 2, and I just left the questions on the right hand side for you to finish, and you should finish in this way. And it's a little bit difficult for the part dog. You have to try 4 pair. 4 pair that does not match the form. And finally, you just try the 6. And this one, you can find 4 square here. Okay? So this one is a little bit difficult. But it's not very difficult in the part F because it's diversely used the square of 11. Okay? So this is the end of the presentation, and if you find there is any question, you can just re-watch this video again. Okay, so this is the end.